Well, hello everyone and welcome to Decorating with Barbara. So in today's video, we're going to tour the dining room. But before we get started, I wanted to talk a little bit about the entry. I decided to bring in a round table as opposed to my console table that I used to have here against the wall. And I like that look a lot. But I have had that look for so many years and I just wanted to see a change. I know many of you may not understand where I'm going with the round table, and that's okay. And so someone mentioned that they thought I needed a tablecloth on my table, and so this is not that look. If that's the look you thought I was going for, then I have failed in my design execution. So I wanted to share a few entry table ideas and maybe you'll get my vision. In my recent video, I shared that I painted my Ottoman and I was adding some feet to it. Well, I did add the feet to it, but someone asked, how did I paint it? And so I do have a second one, and maybe I'll share in a short video how I painted it and how I added the feet. I still need to add the nail head, so maybe that will be an upcoming video or part of a video. Okay, are you guys ready to see the dining room? Alright guys, so here we are in the dining room. So I made a few simple changes here in the dining room and I think they look great. And so I removed the bench and brought in the other two matching chairs, and then I switched out the curtains from the gray to the lighter curtains, and that just opened up the space quite a bit. And many of you know that I just recently picked up a new buffet, and it is in a very pretty soft green. And so one thing that I will say when it comes to shopping and deciding on decor, buy things that you love and things will come in play. So I saw this buffet one evening in Home Goods and it was dark and I thought it was more of a neutral color. But when I went back to see it the next day, and I could see that it was clearly green. But I still like the lines of it because even though I love other decor styles, I still have a heart for French country. So I really loved the lines of the buffet, and the size was bigger than the one that I had and it was longer. And so I really wanted to explore it. So trying to make this buffet fit in with my decor style was a little bit of a challenge, but once I got going, things started to fall in place. I already had items at home that would work. I just needed to take inventory of what I had. And so I was on the phone with one of my good friends, and Chanel, you guys know Chanel, and I told her about the buffet, and I said, how am I going to get this to work? Otherwise, I'm going to need to get the paintbrush out. She said, put something blue on the table. Bam. And that's when it all turned around. So if you guys are not watching Chanel, you need to go over to her channel and subscribe because she is very wise. And so that's when it started. I went down into my storage unit to look for things that were in that color, and then I placed the lamb's ear in here and just started playing around with it, and things started to come together. You guys remember when I went to one of my decor stores, and I picked up these pretty seafoam glass beads. And then these other things that are on the table, these are things that I have picked up over the years, but they just happen to work. I had these plates. Now, they're not any fancy china or anything like that. As a matter of fact, they are plastic. They're like for the summer outdoors, but it's the color. And I picked these plates up many years ago, but even then I was in love with this French country look, this soft green, and you can see it has a little bit of browning on the inner part of the plate. I paired it with the charger that has the gold beads, and the charger is clear, and so you can see the charger underneath, which is more of a rustic design. So I paired rustic with a little bit of shine or luxe or whatever you want to call it. And you guys may have remembered from that same store, I picked up these cowhide coasters, and they may not be exactly the perfect match, but they work for me. They're neutral and they have a little bit of gold on them, and I thought, why not? Normally I might put them on a tray in here, and so I just thought place them on the glass because I didn't want to place the glass on the bare table. And then these napkins, these were napkins that I picked up. I don't even know. They were at Pottery Barn and they were on sale. To be honest, that's the only reason I picked them up. They were on sale at Pottery Barn and they had a little bit of gray in them. And I think they look really good here. My chairs are gray. So the buffet is called a gray green. So I knew that I wanted to incorporate gray and green together. I thought that would be really pretty combination with the ivory. Now over here in the corner, I have the desk. I placed a piece of art over the desk that is gray, gold, and kind of a light gray and a dark gray with gold. And I think that just ties back into the dark artwork above the buffet. And so to bring in more of those darker tones, you do see the gray and ivory chairs. And then in the center, I have the dark gray beads along with the green, and then the candle holder with the dark trim. And I think it came together nicely. Now, if you guys are looking to get some type of a tall green element in your space and you want to do it on the budget, try going outside, getting some really tall branches. Get them as tall as you can or as you want. I like a more exaggerated look and feel for this space, and so I sent my husband out to get some really tall branches, and then I used some sticks that had a little bit of green buds on them and just placed them amongst the branches. Okay guys, so that's going to do it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed seeing the dining room as well as a little bit of the entry hall. I made a few changes in there, and yeah, as spring gets closer, you will see more changes. But I'm not changing the carpet unless I get a truckload of money.